The Chicago Bulls are for real, okay? Going on the road, being down 19 points at the beginning of the fourth quarter, they somehow come back all the way against a pretty good Celtics team. Okay, obviously they were 2-4 entering this game, but they have star-level talent on this team. Obviously, Jason Tatum, Brown, they have a lot of good players on this team. And going on the road against this team, our Chicago Bulls, even though we played horrible 75% of the time, we came back with a 39-point fourth quarter to steal the win in Boston. What's going on, guys? I'm back with the Chicago Bulls post-game reaction videos, which I'll be doing pretty much, most of the games this year. So if you guys want more Bulls content from me, subscribe to this channel. But in today's video, I'll be covering the insane comeback that the Bulls made against the Celtics. And I think this is the game where you can truly say the Bulls are for real this year. I know it's super early. It's only been 7 games, and anything can happen in a long 82-game season. So I'm not trying to crown us or anything this early, but I'm just saying, man, this Bulls team is different than pretty much all the ones I've watched since probably the Derrick Rose days, okay? This team is actually a really good basketball team because they're finding insane ways to keep on winning games, okay? Even when things are going against them, even when one of the star players, Zach Lavine, is struggling, shooting the ball from 3, okay? He was like 1 of 8 from the 3-point line. So Lavine early on was struggling a little bit. We had some defensive issues as well. We couldn't guard, it seemed like, both Tatum and Brown. We were leaving a lot of open shooters. So there was a lot going wrong for the Bulls in this game. But to somehow have the resolve, the strength to come back with a 39-point fourth quarter and make clutch shot after clutch shot after clutch shot, and also come up with clutch stops on the defensive side of the basketball as well. Okay, at one point in the fourth quarter, we got like 9 or 10 stops in a row. We had so many different guys helping out on defense in that final quarter. Demar Derozen had a couple nice defensive plays. Okay, obviously Alex Caruso, he had a couple steals in that last quarter. We had guys like, Green stepping up as well. Like, all across our roster, man, everybody locked up in the end when it really mattered, and we all made our shots as well, okay? DeMar DeRozan went insane at the end of this game. His mid-range obviously was on point like it's always been, but more surprisingly, man, from 3, okay, DeMar DeRozan was 3 out of 4, from the 3-point line, which, DeMar DeRozan, again, is not known as being a sharp-shooting 3-point shooter in this league. So for him to come up with multiple clutch threes in this game when it mattered the most, it really shows you, man, he's earning every single cent of that contract that we gave him. Obviously, he's the highest paid player on the Bulls right now. And a lot of people in the NBA media, on ESPN, they said that, hey, this is a massive overpay, okay? He's not going to fit with the Bulls. He's not going to fit with Zach Lavine. He's a mid-range guy. He's not efficient, all that bullshit, okay? None of that is turning out to be true, okay? DeMar DeRozan is turning into one of the best free agent signings the Bulls have had in a very, very long time. This dude still has it, man. And it's kind of surprising because I've been a big fan of DeRozan, like, especially in his time in Toronto. Like, he was one of my favorite players to watch aside from a Bulls player. And then when he went to San Antonio, he still wasn't that bad, okay? In his last year in San Antonio, he was still averaging a good amount of points. Still, not horrible efficiency. Obviously, wasn't like a superstar or anything, but he was still a pretty damn solid player in San Antonio. But it seems like everybody forgot about him because he was playing on such a bad team down there. But now with other stars on the same team, with guys like, Lavine, Lonzo Ball, DeRozan is really returning to his, seems like his Toronto days. Okay, he scored 37 points in this game. That is absolutely insane. Back-to-back 30-point games from DeMar DeRozan. So clearly, man, the main reason why we won this game is DeMar DeRozan. He carried us with the most points. And just all across the board, he was making plays as well. He had 7 rebounds, so he was getting some boards too. So really happy with the play of DeMar, man. What an insane performance. But obviously, I do have to talk about the rookie, Ayo Dosunmu, as well, because I don't know if you guys knew, but I went to Illinois. I was, studying there for the past 4 years. I graduated this year, actually, so I've been a big Illinois fan, big Illinois sports fan, at least during my time in college. And I got the chance to watch Ayo close up, like, a lot of times, okay? I went to a good amount of the Illinois basketball games, and being an Illini fan, man, I knew the Bulls had an insane steal in the second round when Ayo somehow fell down to them. And, man, we just saw a glimpse of what Ayo is actually capable of in this game because this was by far his best game as a pro so far. Ayo had 14 points. He was a perfect 6 for 6 from the field, nailed 2 3-pointers as well, one of which gave us a lead for the first time, I believe, the entire game. Or not the entire game, but ever since that big deficit we were facing, Ayo put us back in front for the first time with that really, clutch 3. So the fact that we're getting this much out of Ayo already just makes me so excited because I truly feel like, man, Ayo's potential is unlimited, okay? This guy went to Illinois, turned our entire program around pretty much by himself. Obviously, he had some other great players as well, but he was the face of Illinois sports during his time here, and he really brought us back to being a good basketball program again. And I've just seen him nail so many clutch shots, so many big shots over and over and over again during his time in Illinois. So I knew he was going to be a good player, but I'm happy he's already showing that to Bulls fans as well, okay? Playing very good defense practically every game he's played so far this year, okay? Also being active on the boards. He had, 4 rebounds in this game too. The Bulls as a team were actually really good on the boards, okay? We had 50 rebounds. The first time we've out-rebounded our opposing team this entire season. So clearly the rebounding effort was a lot better. It was pretty bad the last couple of games, but it was a lot better this game. Obviously, Vuce had 10 rebounds. Green had 8 rebounds. Lonzo Ball had 6. Derozen had 7. So really liking the effort the Bulls are giving on the boards, okay? Because that's how you win basketball games. That's how you come back from big deficits, okay? If you can get the rebound, if you can also play some pretty good defense, you're going to have a chance to win any game in this league. And I think the Bulls proved they're capable of doing that, even against a pretty good team like the Celtics. So rebounding effort, obviously amazing. I do want to talk about Lonzo Ball though as well, because this guy is really turning into a sharpshooter in this league, okay? I know it's super early, but he nailed 4 3-pointers again in this game out of the 6 that he attempted. And guys, like I've been saying, Lonzo has not been known as being a sharpshooter from the 3-point line before this season, but he has been really efficient from the 3-point line this year. He had 12 points overall. So obviously not the most insane scoring effort, but that's not what Lonzo does for our team, okay? He's going to be that 3-and-D guy and also provide us with the point guard that we desperately need on this team, okay? His passing creates so much offense for the rest of the Bulls. Guys like Derozen are able to have 37 points. Guys like Lavine are able to score 26 points, partly because of the really good passing from our main point guard on this team. So I think Lonzo overall did play a pretty good game. If you look at Vucevic, he almost had a triple-double in this game, which kind of caught me by surprise. I didn't notice Vucevic doing particularly well, but he did have 9 assists. He had 10 rebounds as well, so a much better rebounding effort by him. Had 11 points as well, which he's obviously still not scoring like he used to in Orlando, but he won't be able to do that here, guys, because we have so many star options now on this team, okay? Guys like Derozen need their points. Guys like Lavine need their points. So sometimes Vucevic will have to step back and just accept his role, and I think he did that pretty well in this game. So that's pretty much all I want to talk about in this video. Obviously, Lavine didn't have the most efficient night. He was 9 for 20, missed a lot of threes, but he is still dealing with that thumb injury, which is, you can definitely tell it's impacting him, and he still nailed some pretty good shots in this game. So Lavine is still not 100%, but still to get 26 points from him, that's still pretty damn impressive. And as a team, man, I'm just so proud and so impressed by the Chicago Bulls. Watching this team in the third quarter, it seemed like with how bad they were playing in this game, okay, with how many open looks they were allowing, with how it seemed like they were getting out-hustled as well, just missing a lot of shots too, to come back from that, maintain your composure, and get the win on the road as well. That is so extremely impressive, man. I mean, the Bulls are back, in my opinion, because for the first time in a long time, I am actually thoroughly enjoying watching Bulls games. I'm getting into each game. I'm screaming at the TV. I actually care about this team a lot because we are actually a very good team this year, okay? And thank God we have at least one team in Chicago doing pretty well, because God, we know the Bears aren't giving us much happiness so far this year. What an insane win by the Chicago Bulls, an insane 19-point comeback. Let me know what you think about this game down below in the comments, but what an insane comeback.